But it is a flag.
It's not a flag,
It's
woman.
a Cameroonian flag actually. I can see the star.
Oh my
on the
Jesus.
red. I can see the star on the red. Come see.
Okay.
That is the yellow star on the red.
Wow, really now?
That's the yellow star on the red. If you can see at the red edge there, there's a star there.
Richie, what are you talking about?
Follow me. You see the red band? Can't you see the?
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. But is it the country have a Cameroonian flag hanging outside? That.
This is national heritage and it should be respected.
Oh, how patriotic. But I've zoomed somehow. Okay, so if you notice now that the video is it's like this. It's okay. We are larger on the video. I don't really have the technical terms for it, but this is just a test. Yes, cool, absolutely.
Alright.
Yes. Now we can start our video. We are going to call it what?
Bedroom chat.
Bedroom chat. Because we're going to be having this. This could become something, you know.
A weekly bedroom
Yes,
chat.
and maybe we can have a podcast as roomies.
What were we talking about again?
Yeah, when I woke up, let me just give them my introduction. When I woke up this morning, I was, we talk about a couple of stuff. Literally, it was all over the place, but very relevant stuff. So I woke up this morning feeling a little bit weird because I woke up late. I woke up later than planned. I was shooting a YouTube video yesterday, and it was a video about being 100% productive. And I actually did I organized my Google Calendar, put in my schedule and my different activities and all. So I'm supposed to wake up 9 a.m. every day, but I woke up approximately 10:30, right? And so I was feeling a little bit angry. I don't know, I was just feeling weird in my body. And I was beginning to ask Victory that, do you sometimes like not stick to your schedule and like especially when you've really planned it out with all enthusiasm and you're like, oh, we'll stick to it, and then it turns out like it goes south. How do you feel? How do you cope with that? So can you just tell them what you were talking about?
Yeah, you have to hold it.
Yeah, you can hold it.
But if you say in the middle.
Hold it! What's the problem?
Yeah, so actually the truth is that I also plan, of course, because
Just give it a sec. There's a plane passing.
zone.
Are you done?
Can we start back?
Start back. No,
Like-
cut it out. It's fine. You can do your mistake.
Actually, I'm not asking about that. You see like Josh is doing and he's making fun of the video, right? That's actually what I'm doing. Anyway, have you watched Josh and Jay?
I don't even know what that was about. I don't even know.
Anyways, yeah, so of course I was just sharing that of course it's important to plan because it gives you an idea of being orderly.
Yeah.
Because personally, when I don't plan, when I wake up and I have no idea what I have to do, I feel useless.
Okay, let's put it here as you said, but my fear is that we're going to just ruffle the shit around it and it's going to make it.
Oh, it's fine, let me just hold it.
Yeah.
And so like I was saying, it's important to plan because it gives you a sense of being orderly.
Yeah.
And personally, when I don't plan, I wake up in the morning, I feel useless because it's like I have no idea what I have to do with my day. Like no idea, literally. And because I have no idea of what I have to do, it's like I'm trying to be spontaneous. And I am not good at being spontaneous because I will do everything, and in the night I'll find out I did everything that was not useful.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to
Wow.
and one bad thing is I'll beat myself so much. Like that's just the truth.
Yeah, I know that about her.
Yeah,
she can win a trophy for beating self.
Yeah, I was so if I could literally get a cane to beat myself, I would. But mentally and psychologically, I do that to myself. I'm like, how could you? Like you could have done this, and you have done that, and do it how? And yo, guys, the idea of being a leader, not just leading people, but leading self. Yo, I promise you, like when you're conscious that you're a leader, for me, it's even worse because you're like, hey, people are supposed to copy.
People are looking up to you.
People, you're supposed to lead by example. You're supposed to show. So yeah, that's it for me when I have my schedule and I don't do it. But I would say that even I know for me definitely it's something I have to work on, not to beat myself so much. But when you realize that you've missed your schedule, like I was telling you,
Yeah.
you simply be like, okay, I've missed 30 minutes. How can I catch it up?
Okay.
I've missed 1 hour. How can I catch it up? Perhaps I catch it up on my sleep
Yeah.
time. The time I allocated to sleep, I slash it. If I allocated to sleep for 4 hours, I slash it to 3.
Okay. There's
Yeah.
actually something you mentioned, something really important about like what really matters is the consciousness that there is something going on in that time. Because there's a difference between a person who is like, okay, I missed like or I missed 1 hour of my time,
Mhm.
and that says that okay, next time we have to regain this time, or we have to find a way to
Catch it
catch
up.
up with this time, right?
Mhm.
And there's another person who is like, okay, I missed, and we move and stuff, right? There's a
Yeah.
difference between those two
Of
people.
course.
There's someone who has a consciousness that, nah, this cannot happen again, or if this is happening again, I still need to get back up on my feet. And there's another person who basically doesn't really care. So it's about like the consciousness first and foremost is what's important. The consciousness, like when I woke up this morning, I was feeling like, oh, why did I? That is the consciousness. Like I have a consciousness, even though I was like almost, I was beating myself kind of, but which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But like me having that consciousness that something was supposed to have happened, like your body literally knows that something was supposed to have happened. You were supposed to have woken up by that time. That is what's great, right? And that's what's going to help you to keep up.
And another thing you should also look to is what made you not to do what you had to do. For example, I plan to wake up at 6, or let's say I plan to wake up at 4:45, like my actual schedule, right? 4:45. But I slept at 2 a.m. last night because perhaps I was doing something even more important. I mean, for those that are spirit led, the spirit has ready to pray and you pray till 3 a.m. There is no way you're going to sleep at 3 a.m.
And
and
you
wake up
wake up
at
at
4:45.
4.
So you have to be like,
Absolutely
okay,
not.
what happened that made me not to obey that schedule? Was it something that was
Worth
as
it.
important? Is this something that was worth it, or was that if you were just Netflixing then?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my god.
Mm.
And I just remembered something.
Mhm.
Actually,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yesterday I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Example.
I know. Okay, so there's something about me. Even if I finish all of my tasks of that day, if I the rest of the time that I have, if I waste it, I don't know. I feel my body doesn't react well to that. My body, like, it's my mind, like my spirit is telling me that, oh, something did not go right. So I realized, I know that, okay, I did all the priorities of yesterday. I did what I was supposed to do yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yet what I did with the rest of the time, I literally spent it watching YouTube videos. Which is not smart of me, because I could, this is how you redeem time, by bringing the activities of tomorrow into the activities of, yeah,
Yeah.
the present day, because you have completed the activities of this day. So
Like perhaps if you would have done the first activity
I
for
could have
today,
woken up
yesterday,
early.
then, or perhaps you could have slept. Hello.
Yeah, I could have
Just to
slept
rest,
more
right?
and not feel this guilt, or I could have woken up early because I would have slept like early.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So people, you know, as we are saying, it's important to have a schedule, but you know, there's a saying our mentor will say that man was made for the Sabbath, and the
Not the
Sabbath
Sabbath for
for man.
man.
So you made a schedule. The schedule was meant for you and not
And not
you
you
for
for
the
the
schedule.
schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, so the truth is that we are humans, and but imagine that, okay, you had planned to be somewhere at 3 today, you plan to do this and that, but maybe
Yeah.
your sister has an emergency, or maybe someone called her, oh please can you help me, and
Yeah.
it's somebody you could help. You help the person at that time. You did something worth
Mm,
it. You did
yeah.
something worth it. It's not like you're forgetting your schedule, but it's just for us to know that, hey, we should have a schedule, but we are not robots, right?
Exactly.
We are not computers that
Like,
are programmed that go left, you must go left. So yeah, let's also have that wisdom as
yeah.
well.
And so, like, when I woke up, I was lamenting and telling Victory that I hate routines, because it's like they just box me up. But again, when you have a plan, it's great. Okay. Okay. And then I think the second thing that pop
Mhm.
up in our conversation was about like how I was literally telling Victory how I woke up I wake up some days and
Mm.
I'm like, God, God, where is this purpose? Like, I'm like,
Ah.
okay, especially when I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I watch other people
Mm.
my age
Mm.
and already like flourishing physically. When you look at it physically from a
Mm.
physical standpoint, you
Mm.
see them like living the life,
Mm.
flourishing. I tend
The
to ask
best
myself,
life.
God, God, are you actually accelerating this thing? Cause I don't know. When you look around you, it's even worse when you turn and look around you
Mm.
and you find people.
Classmates going to
Yeah,
US.
you find people around you like sorry, living the life, and you're like, hello, God, what am I doing differently? Even though I know, like, the truth is that when I think deep, I know the answers to these questions that I'm actually
Yeah.
asking God. But there are times when you really need the encouragement of someone. There are times when you need to talk about these things with someone to
Yeah.
get encouraged again. That's why I just had to pour out my heart to Victory this morning because I was like,
You know,
God.
and one funny thing was when she was sharing, I told her that, but some people look at Victory and they're like, okay, yeah, Victory, she knows she's going left, pam, pam, pam. She knows when she's going right, pam, pam, pam. But it was surprising that Victory sometimes also feels like she has no vision.
Mm.
Like,
Oh my God, that's
sometimes,
a hard one to put out there.
but it's like, I mean, because she is a leader. Like, people are like, oh, good morning, ma'am. And you're like, and to think that you have to counsel people,
Yeah.
you have to be there for people. But truth be told, guys, if I can be sincere, it's like there's some days I wake up as well and I'm like, Lord, what what am I living for?
Yeah.
Why am I here? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, and as a child of God, it's always important that that's one thing that differentiates us. But you're asking a question, but you know where to go to. You're not going to go to alcohol because you cannot figure it out. You go to go and drink and stuff and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's time for you to go back to a place of prayer and just have a discussion with the Holy Ghost. He might have told you before, but you are there again. You're like, Father, can you just show me again? Maybe that image is not clear.
Exactly. Oh,
Ye-
that's right. Because there's sometimes when you might have blurred it
Mhm,
out with
mhm.
distractions.
Yeah.
I would say that's the case for me. I
Mhm,
was
mhm,
watching a lot of people and concentrated on the physical aspect
mhm,
of things.
mhm, mhm,
But I forget that people's lives are different.
mm,
Some of these people they are not even godly, and I don't think that was like that those are role models I should be looking at
mhm,
to experience, to look at their lives and all.
mhm,
And so
mhm,
like, when you blur your mind, your space with distractions, right?
mhm.
The tendency is that you tend to forget that vision that God
Yeah,
had given
yeah,
you. That's the
yeah,
truth. Because
yeah.
when I think about, I know the promises that God has for me. I
Mhm,
know the promises that He gave me. Not
mhm.
just like general promises that the Bible says that
Of course, of course.
like the I know the plans I have for you. No, no, no. I know the promises He has for me as
Personalized.
a person.
Mm.
But there are just sometimes when, due to the distractions that I carry, like due to the distractions that I put myself through,
Mhm.
I tend to like that picture tend to be blurry. So like this is an encouragement to someone out there. Like if you wake up sometimes and you're like, God, I'm actually working in purpose. I'm actually living purpose. I think you should begin to think about like begin to bring yourself back to when God had told you that, hey, my child, this for your life. This is so. This is the process. You will have to go through this because I know the process that I have to endure in order to arrive. I know the process, right? I might
Uh-huh.
turn around and see others because we're in the world where people want things so fast. The youths want things
Bam,
so
bam. You want to
so
press
fast.
buttons.
We just, yeah, exactly, like life so. But
Mm.
my goodness, if there's something I've learned, is that this process is not just a 1 day thing. It's not going to turn around like,
It's a lot of
yeah,
process.
it's going to, you need to submit to the process. That is
Eh,
how they know that you're worthy to carry that thing.
the
Okay.
glory that you're looking
Yes.
for.